All right, so I definitely didn't want to talk about one thing. Is that, yeah, I did jump out of a plane, bro. I did jump out of a plane. I want to tell you about that story right now. And I will say, 10 out of 10 would recommend jumping out of a fucking plane. Right? You've never jumped out of a plane. For the listener.
Yeah. I was about to say, you know this. I've never jumped out of a plane. No, I've never jumped out of a plane. Okay. Yes.
So, for those of you listening right now, I don't really know why I booked the skydiving. I think, like, I always wanted to go, and, fucking my girlfriend was like starting school, so she's all like fucking, I'm right there with you, man. I'm like, oh yeah, let's blow off some steam. Like, fuck it, I'm booking skydiving. Like, would you go? She's like, I mean, I'd be down. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm booking it. And I just like on the whim booked it, just like bang. And I was like, damn, it's almost like when you book like a test or something that you don't want to take or whatever. It's like, hey, it's real when like you actually book it and there's like an end date in mind. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, hey, like I'm finally gonna fucking take that exam or like get my gun license until you like actually book the date. You're not doing it. You're just saying you're gonna do it, right? So yeah, it was in Pepperell, Mass. And
what was the experience like? Fucking just cut to the chase. What was the experience like?
It's hard to explain, dude. Like when you jump out of a fucking plane.
Did you have to go through anything before it though? Like was there a class or something that was like an hour or 2 hours?
Yeah, I'll walk you through it. So, which is actually funny too, because like I've been kind of like taking like a weed break a little bit, like not smoking as nearly.
That sucks.
Yeah, not smoking nearly as much.
That sucks so bad. I feel so bad.
I don't like it. I definitely don't like it. I fucking hate who I am when I'm not high. Just kidding. But seriously, but dude, I was cleaning up my truck when we fucking drive, like right before we're about to drive there, dude. It's like a 50-minute drive. I find a fucking dispensary joint.
No way.
Half of one. So I'm like,
where'd it come from?
I think I just like dropped it like in like a little side area, and I had I remember the day because I bought 2 J's and I smoked one, and I thought I put it away, and I just like I think either like I thought I smoked it all or something because I just had another one, so I just
kind of thought nothing of it.
Right. So I fucking found it, and I'm like, dude, I have to smoke this before I fucking go skydiving.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah. Oh. So I was like, fucking, you know. So like we're probably like 25 minutes away from the place. I fucking sparked this bitch up. I think it was like sour kush too, so it was really high THC. So we're not really talking that much, like fucking me and Cal on the way. I'm kind of just like mentally like, yo, I'm about to jump out of a fucking airplane right now. And I get really fucking high. And the anxiety starts going through the fucking roof. Yeah, but I'm keeping, like, if you looked at me, I had a stone face. Right. I was like, yo, this poker guy's face, cool, calm, cool. Oh, yeah, poker face for sure. But in my mind, my heart's beating on my goddamn chest. I'm like, yo, I'm really fucking high.
You might urinate yourself.
I'm both, yeah, not at that level, but I'm, like, sweating under my armpits a little bit. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to jump out of a plane.
Wondering the possibility, like, what are the chances of me dying?
Right, like, hey, like, what if the chute doesn't open?
Yeah.
Fucking, what if that guy doesn't like his, you know, home life and he's about to kill himself and I'm just strapped to him.
As a side note, I just watched the news one time, not willingly, just it was just on around, and I was at my grandmother's because old people watch the news, and there was this kid who jumped out of an airplane and his thing didn't open, and they were showing the footage of him before.
Did he die?
And they showed the footage of him before, and I didn't know this at the time. They didn't say he died when they were showing the before the pregame. They didn't say he died, and he's just 18 or 19 years old. He's just like, hey everybody, this is my first, literally just as innocent as can be.
So happy.
He's just like, hey everybody, I'm about to jump out of a plane. I'm really scared, but I know it's gonna be okay. Hey mom, there's my mom over there. She's here for support.
And he died. I don't mean to laugh.
And then I don't mean to laugh either. It's just really fucked up.
That is fucked.
And then at the end, we'll go back to what you were saying, but this is just a side note. And then I realized they show the footage of him jumping out. You know how you can get the did you get the video?
Cat got that.
Yeah. And so they had that footage of him jumping out and them just not opening the parachute, just them falling to their death. I couldn't even believe it was on fucking TV. Yeah, but anyway.
What if it was like a loud boom?
And so the family got like $40 million or something.
What?
Yeah, they got they really got like that much money. Like it's like fucked up.
This makes sense then, because when we pull up, I already knew that you're gonna have to sign a bunch of legal fucking paperwork. I already knew that. And even in my mind, like I was saying, don't get psyched out. Like I was saying this to myself, like, hey, when they fucking say basically if you die it's not our fault, like don't get psyched out. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, right.
So we get in there, we fucking pay it. Got the videographer down. The videographer was like an extra like $150 if you wanted it. I didn't want it. I was down for the experience.
Yeah.
I was good with that, right?
Yeah.
So they
That's
put
such a girl thing
They
to be like,
put
"Oh my God."
Yeah, for sure. Fucking on Instagram later that day, whatever. So they put you in this room with like 8 other people who like came kind of around the same time that you did, and they give you all these fucking paperwork. So you have to initial your name, no bullshit, like 100 fucking times.
Really?
On all this shit. You're basically signing away your legal rights that if you die,
Like,
the
you
chute don't
fucking
open.
die, yeah.
You could fucking die. Like, you came here on your fucking goodwill, on your own decision.
That kid who had the thing didn't
Right.
open, the guy wasn't licensed.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's how you'd get them. So pretty legit operation they got running, though. I did like, they were good people. Make you feel comfortable about it. So yeah, you sign it away.
It's like the hospital.
Right. They put a video on of like a lawyer reading basically what you're signing. And yeah, basically saying you can't sue them if you die. So that lasts like 45 minutes. Then you're like outside and like you see the airplane going. It's like one airplane, bro. It's like a tiny ass fucking airplane. It just goes up and down.
Yeah.
Up, takes like 5 people. They fucking jump out. He lands. 5 people more go on. Fucking jump out.
What
He
a
lands.
crazy job. I wonder how much he gets hourly.
I know. I was like, is he drinking? Like, is he under the influence? Because I don't know. I'd be drinking. I feel like.
No, you can't be drinking on an airplane.
I mean,
no.
that's probably why I don't fly one.
If anything happens, like if anything remotely slightly happens that isn't even involved with it, you get tested like right away. I think.
Oh, right.
I think.
Blood.
I know
whatever.
someone who's a air traffic control, and he said that if he messes up anything, or not even if he messes up something, if the plane he's talking to messes up something and something goes wrong, like immediately he gets drug tested.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. See if he's like on heroin or something.
Yeah. See if it was. Yeah. But anyway.
So they strap you up. You get like your instructor that you're strapping with. Dude, tandem skydiving is a wild fucking concept. Like you're not pulling your own chute. You're strapped to someone like doing
It
everything.
could be suicidal. You never
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
They could just be like, "Yo, I'm suicidal."
That's
and
what I'm saying.
I'm not about to
having a
pull
really
this
bad
shit.
day.
Yeah.
Fucking had one of those poops where you have to wipe like 30 times and it's still poopy in your butt.
Yeah.
You know, who knows, right?
I would be like, man, just get baby wipes. Don't fucking kill us.
Yeah.
Hey, baby wipes. Game
I struggle
changer.
too, bro. My asses are real long. So they strap you up, whatever. They test your gear. They like hang you on basically like a fucking coat hanger with your 2 straps that you have, and like basically you like put all your body weight on it to make sure it's like good. It's like, all right, good to go. So they like put the backpack on. He straps up. You like walk.
Are you high for this experience?
I'm fucking baked.
Wait, so you don't have to go through a class or anything before? It
No.
happens? Oh, I thought like
Dude,
you had to go
honestly,
through a
it took
4-hour thing.
It took long. It took long only because it was
You had to
kind of
sign-
busy.
You had to sign stuff too.
And to sign stuff. Honestly, by the time we checked in, by the time I was in the plane about to jump out, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. Not long. It's not like a gun class. Like you have to do all this bullshit
Yeah.
before you like fire the gun. They put you in that bitch. So we walk up to the airplane, dude. There's like me and 5 other people. And obviously those people, I think like 3 of them are jumping tandem too. The other guys are just like on their own fucking, they call them fun jumper load.
Yeah.
Like fun jumper load. We're doing a fun jumper load.
It means like if you want to go and jump out yourself.
Yes, you like jump on.
I
I liked how they called it a load.
I wonder how many jumps. I wonder how much money a jump it costs for them. Where they
So,
just jump one time and then it's just.
It costs money to get like your license to do it.
Well, I guess it's not a water slide.
Dude,
not like
it's funny. While I was gliding down, I asked the dude because that's another thing.
While you're falling,
yeah,
you were talking to him.
Oh yeah, dude. No, like while after you pull the chute, you can't you can't ask shit.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll get to that after, right? So we get in the plane, dude. I'm like the fucking, I'm like the first in the plane, so I'm like essentially the last to jump, right? Because I'm the furthest away from the door. It's like this garage door, like this mini garage door that like slides
I
up.
can picture it. Yep.
So we get on, dude. It's 10,000 feet you jump out of. So, dude, we're above the clouds. Like, there's a rainbow I can see. Like, we're above this fucking rainbow.
Right.
I'm jumping above a rainbow, which is cool.
Yeah.
So the guy's like, hey, like, his name was
For
Tiago.
the record, you're talking about a real rainbow. You're not
Real
talking
rainbow.
about a homosexual gentleman,
No,
right? Okay.
real rainbow. This dude I was strapped to was named Tiago, and he's like, "Hey man, yeah, he was a beauty." So he's like, "You nervous?" I'm like, "Honestly, like I'm fucking kind of nervous, but I feel good. Like I wasn't like shaking really or anything. I didn't feel that much nerves.
Did you have to wear a coat up there?
No,
You wore a t-shirt?
I wore you fucking.
You just wore.
I wore the loosen
You
up.
were just wearing a t-shirt though.
Yeah.
Was it cold?
Not really,
Really?
but like a little
But
bit.
that makes sense.
A little bit.
That makes sense because if you think about
Dude,
it,
your
we were
adrenaline's going so
but
hard.
we were also 8,000 feet up, right? In Yellowstone, as a side note, which isn't that much farther from 10,000 feet, right? And it's like we weren't cold.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. It's not like it's like 40,000 feet or whatever.
So these two dudes jump out, right? They're doing fucking flips or whatever. They jump on. I'm like, holy fuck. So I get to the door, and dude, the guy in front of me, you're supposed to like put your feet like against it. Like when you dive into a pool, your feet are like right on the lip, and like you like pounce off it to like get away. That's like what the guy is stressed. So the dude before me was so nervous, bro. He just like his feet went like limp, and they were like hanging over the edge, and like the instructor just like
God, could you just imagine?
The instructor just like jumped, and the guy was like, "Hey, like James, like you can't even hear him." He's like, "James, you see what that guy did? Don't do that." And I was like, "All right, I got you." And they tell you when you fall, it's like a reverse banana. So basically, like to cut through the wind more aerodynamically, you like bend your
What does
like.
that even mean? What do you mean by?
Think about like a banana shape. It's like a C.
But when you say going through it aerodynamically,
like you're falling through the sky, so you want to cut through the air without like moving around. So in order to fall the straightest, they tell you to like lift your hands up, basically, and like arch your stomach out, like a reverse back bend kind of. And so I was like ready to go. So he's like,
Physics.
so the adrenaline hits right when you're at the edge of the fucking plane, dude. He's holding on. There's nothing. You're not holding on to shit. You're holding on to like yourself. You're trusting this dude.
Are you in front of him or in back of him?
I'm in front of him.
Oh my god.
I'm in front of him. So he's holding on to like the bar above it, and I'm looking out this plane, dude, at the fucking ground, right? And he's like, all right, I'm going to count to 3, so I'm going to rock back and then rock forward, and I'm going to just like shout like 3, and like we're just going to go. And I'm like, all right. So I can't really hear him, dude. He's like, 1, 2, 3. And like I fucking pounce, dude, and I go immediately reverse banana. And we're fucking. You have goggles on too, so you could like see. And they're strapped to my head, and I'm just falling through the fucking sky, dude, with this guy on me. You don't hear shit because it's like putting your head out of a car on a highway, going like 150.
Yeah.
You can't hear shit.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like though. You don't get like the roller coaster feeling like you.
I thought you
drop.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't.
You don't get that. It's weird. Like you don't feel a G-force. It's very strange. It's like you're fucking floating, dude. It's like you're flying.
Whoa.
Crazy.
I need to experience this.
So I probably free fall for like 10 to 12 seconds, pulls the chute. Honestly, when you pull the chute, dude, it's like a fucking jolt.
I can imagine
it's like a little
ripping you.
It's like a mini car accident, like the whiplash.
Yeah.
Kinda. And so the funny part about skydiving is though tandem, is that like it's very quiet, it's very peaceful when you're gliding, right? But you're strapped to this fucking guy I just met 3 minutes ago. So he's like, hey, so like, you having fun? Yeah, bro, I can feel your dick in my back.
So you get to that soaring point where you're just like, all right, this is a little now we should probably start talking or something.
Yeah, but it's cool because like he lets you like steer the parachute, so he like puts it in your hands, and you can like rip it down left to right to steer. And if you rip one like way down, like to your hip, you fucking start doing like a hardcore like circle. Almost like to the point where you get motion sickness, like when you're spinning around a computer chair, hardcore. That's what you get because you're going so fast down to
videos of that.
Yeah. So
like
I was doing that.
Can you imagine going out like that? Have you ever seen those videos of people soaring in the mountains and avoiding shit and doing spins and shit? People have definitely died doing that. Yeah. Like that's a terrible way to go out.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Fucking pretty exhilarating though.
Yeah.
Better than like dying in your sleep, I guess, or like on the shitter. But yeah. It was cool. I was the last to jump out of the plane. I was the fucking second person to hit the ground. I don't know how that works. I don't know if like I just like went reverse banana better than other people went reverse banana. But we were fucking cruising, and like right when he hit the ground, you're like, yo, like let's go back up and do this again. Yeah, it's like that.
Could
type
you imagine
of feeling.
If like I don't know, like cats, your ladies
didn't open,
and it just went splat in front of you.
Yeah, I'd definitely be single as fuck right now. That's one way to look at it, but.
I was watching this fucking.
But I was baked. I was high. I was high. It was cool. I liked it. I suggest like we do it maybe on a fucking.
I'd be down to do it.
Hallucinogenic of some sort. Imagine doing like mushrooms.
I would do it on a microdose of mushrooms. I wouldn't do it on like full blown mushrooms. Dude, but
it's funny though. I didn't really feel like, hey, I'm about to do this until I was at the edge of the fucking airplane.
Right.
Like going up didn't feel really shit. Like beforehand, the anticipation was kind of hardcore, but nothing crazy. But it was cool. I liked it.
Dope.